Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare medieval lamb corata, an Offal recipe from Anonimo Toscano's Libro della Cocina, written in the 14th century. We start with the ingredients. We need lamb offal, eggs, bread, aromatic herbs, scallions, mint and parsley, and spices, black pepper, ginger and nutmeg. We grind the black pepper and nutmeg in the mortar. We mince the ginger and the aromatic herbs, setting aside the white part of the scallions. Then we chop the lamb offal into pieces. We set aside the suet that surrounded the kidneys and mince it separately. Anonimo Toscano recommends this preparation for cow and pork tripe, intestines and corata or coratella, which refers to the lungs, kidneys, heart and liver still attached together. Although the author suggests pork or beef, we chose lamb because lamb coratella is still used today in traditional recipes from various Italian regions. If you don't have all coratella, you can prepare this recipe with your favorite offal. The author doesn't specify which spices and herbs to use. In addition to the herbs we have chosen, you can use the ones you like among the most common in the Middle Ages, such as marjoram, thyme, fennel, dill, sage or rosemary. As for the spices, you can also use saffron, cloves and cinnamon, as well as white and long pepper. Anonimo Toscano mentions onions, an essential ingredient in some traditional coratella preparations, but we prefer the scallions. You can use wild garlic, scallions, onions or shallots according to your preference, as all of these were used in medieval cuisine. We melt the suet and sauté the white part of the scallions and the offal. If there is not enough fat to cook the offal, you may add a little lard. Then we add a little water, 2 pinches of salt, some bread without crust, and the spices. When the lamb offal is almost cooked through, we add the aromatic herbs and 2 egg yolks. We cooked it for about 30 minutes in total. If you prefer, you can also make this dish into a soup, as the original recipe suggests as an option. In this case, add more water and blend a small amount of hot cooking broth with 2 beaten egg yolks. Then put the mixture back into the pot and stir gently for a couple of minutes, before removing the soup from the heat. Anonimo Toscano calls this preparation brodo granato, which literally means grainy broth, and is a typical medieval preparation that gives soups this particular consistency. To learn more about the source of this recipe, read our book Libro della Cocina, Medieval Tuscan Recipes, which includes the full translation of the cookbook, an extensive introduction to medieval cuisine and ingredients, and a glossary of Tuscan vernacular. The cookbook includes plenty of recipes very easy to recreate, with many possible variations to adapt the medieval dishes to your taste, making it the perfect source to get started with medieval cuisine, in a simple and authentic way. To learn more about offal and meat throughout history, check out our book, Early Italian Recipes, Meat, Meatballs and Sausages, which includes recipes from the antiquity to the end of the Renaissance. Visit our Patreon page for more translations of primary sources and articles on historical food. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise. All the links are in the description below. This lamb corata was delicious and full of flavor thanks to the herbs and spices, and would be perfect not only for a medieval banquet, but also a traditional Italian dinner. It would be interesting to try it with other ingredients, such as pork liver or also beef tripe, according to the author's recommendations. We paired this dish with medieval ravioli and asparagus to create an amazing medieval banquet. You'll find the links to the videos in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.